our universe. Have you wondered what exists beyond Earth? The answer is universe. The universe consists of various celestial bodies, including planets, stars, moons, satellites, galaxies, asteroids, meteors, and comets. Let us take an exciting adventure through space and explore the wonders of our universe. Solar System. The solar system consists of the Sun, 8 planets, dwarf planets, moons, satellites, asteroids, meteoroids, and comets. Sun. The Sun is at the center of our solar system and is the largest object. It is a large ball of hot gases, mostly made of hydrogen and helium. The Sun's gravitational force holds all the planets and other objects in their orbits. It provides us heat and light, which makes life possible on the Earth. Planets. There are 8 planets in our solar system that orbit around the Sun. The increasing order of the distance from the Sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Planets can be categorized into 2 main groups, inner planets and outer planets. The first 4 planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, are called inner planets or terrestrial planets. They are made of rock and metals and have solid surfaces. The 4 outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, are called Jovian planets or gas giants. They are made of gases. There is a ring of small bodies between the inner and the outer planets, which are made up of rocks and metals. These are called asteroids. They keep moving around the Sun, and this ring is called the asteroids belt. Mercury. It is the nearest planet to the Sun and the smallest planet in the solar system. It is the fastest planet and completes one orbit around the Sun in 88 Earth days. It does not have any moon. Venus. It is the brightest planet in the solar system. It is the hottest planet because its thick atmosphere traps heat. It is also called morning star or evening star because it is the first to appear in the sky at night and last to disappear in the morning. Venus does not have any moon. Do you know? Venus is called female planet because it is the only planet named after a female god. Earth. It is the only planet in the solar system where life exists. It has air, water, and land that support plants, animals, and humans. It is also called as blue planet. Earth has only one moon revolving around it. Mars. It is known as the red planet due to its iron-rich surface. It is the second smallest planet in the solar system. Mars has 2 moons. Jupiter. It is the largest planet in the solar system and the second brightest planet in the night sky after Venus. It is so big that more than 1,000 Earths could fit inside it. It is the fastest spinning planet in the solar system. Jupiter has the shortest day among all the planets in our solar system. Jupiter has 95 moons. Saturn. It is the second largest planet in the solar system. It has 7 rings made of ice and dust around it. It has 146 known moons revolving around it. Uranus. It is the third largest planet in the solar system. It is the coldest and windiest planet. Uranus has about 28 moons. Neptune. It is the farthest planet from the Sun. It is blue in color because its atmosphere reflects the blue light from the Sun back into space. It has around 16 moons. Dwarf planets. The objects that revolve around the Sun but do not fit in the category of planets are called dwarf planets. Earlier, Pluto was considered a planet. However, in 2006, the International Astronomical Union (IAU) classified Pluto as a dwarf planet because it does not clear its neighborhood of other objects in its orbital path. It is not a full-sized planet. Apart from Pluto, other dwarf planets in the solar system are Sirius, Haumea, Makemake, Iris, etc. Satellites. Satellites are objects that orbit around a planet. There are two types of satellites: natural satellite and artificial satellites. Natural satellites or moons. Any celestial body in space that orbits around a larger body is called natural satellite. For example, Moon is the natural satellite of the Earth. Different planets have different numbers of moons. The Earth has only one moon, which is about 384,000 km away from the Earth. It orbits the Earth in about 27.3 days. The moon does not have its own light. It shines by reflecting the light of the sun. It does not have any atmosphere, so life is not possible there. Its surface is covered with craters and mountains. Artificial satellites. They are man-made objects that orbit a planet. They help us with communication, weather forecasting, navigation, and monitoring the Earth's surface. The first artificial satellite sent into space was Sputnik 1. Aryabhatta was India's first artificial satellite, launched on 19 April 1975. Some other artificial satellites sent by India are Bhaskara, INSAT, and Rohini. Stars and constellations. Stars are giant balls of gases that give out heat and light. They are made of hot gases and dust. When we look up at the sky, stars appear small because they are far away from the Earth. The Sun is also a star. It is nearest star to the Earth, which is why it appears big and bright. We cannot see other stars during the day due to the Sun's bright light. Constellations are a group of stars that look like a recognizable shape or pattern in the night sky. Long ago, people named constellations after objects, animals, and people. Today, astronomers use constellations for various purposes, including naming stars and identifying regions of the sky. There are 88 constellations in the sky. Some well-known constellations are Ursa Major, Great Bear, Ursa Minor, Little Bear, Scorpius,
Scorpio,
Orion, Hunter, Leo, Lion, etc. In India, Ursa Major is well known as Saptarishi, 7 stars. It is made up of 7 bright stars. Ursa Minor also consists of 7 bright stars. Constellations seem to move across the night sky due to the Earth's rotation on its axis. As the Earth rotates, it makes the stars, including those that form constellations, seem to move. Asteroids, meteors, and comets. Asteroids, meteors, and comets are all objects in the solar system. They move around the Sun in different orbits. Asteroids. They are large, rocky objects in the outer space. Most asteroids are found in a region between Mars and Jupiter called the asteroid belt. Asteroids vary in size. They are also known as minor planets or planetoids. Most asteroids have an irregular shape, while a few are nearly spherical. Meteors. They are small pieces of rocks. They enter the Earth's atmosphere at high speed and burn up. They appear as bright streaks of light in the sky and are often called shooting star. If a meteor is large enough to reach the Earth's surface, it is called a meteorite. Comets. They are made of dust, rock, and ice. When a comet moves closer to the Sun, it begins to release dust and gases, forming a point tail that always moves away from the Sun. Do you know? Halley Comet is the most well-known comet. It appears after every 76 years. The Earth. The Earth is a rocky planet with a surface made of land and water. It is also called the blue planet because about 71% of its surface is covered with water. The Earth was formed billions of years ago from a mixture of dust and gases. In the beginning, it was very hot, like a glowing ball of fire. There were no plants or animals. Over the time, the outer part of the Earth started to cool. As it cooled, life became possible on the Earth. The two main types of the Earth's movements are called rotation and revolution. Rotation. The Earth rotates around its own axis from west to east. This movement is known as rotation. The Earth's axis is an imaginary line that passes through the center of the Earth, connecting the North Pole and South Pole. This axis is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees. Another imaginary line around the Earth is called equator. It divides the Earth in two equal halves. The upper half is called the Northern Hemisphere and the lower half is called the Southern Hemisphere. Formation of day and night. The formation of day and night happens due to the Earth's rotation. The Earth takes 24 hours to complete one full rotation on its own axis. One rotation makes a complete day. As the Earth rotates, the side facing the Sun has daylight, while the side away from the Sun is in darkness, making it night. Revolution. The revolution of the Earth refers to its movement around the Sun in a fixed path. The Earth takes 365 1/4 days or 1 year to complete its one full revolution around the Sun. Formation of seasons. Seasons are caused by the Earth's revolution and the tilt of its axis. As the Earth revolves around the Sun, sunlight falls more directly on either the Northern Hemisphere or Southern Hemisphere. When the Northern Hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, it experiences summer, while the Southern Hemisphere has winter. When the Southern Hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, it has summer, and the Northern Hemisphere has winter. Due to this, different parts of the Earth receive different amounts of sunlight at different times of the year. For example, India, which is in the Northern Hemisphere, has winter from November to March, while Australia in the Southern Hemisphere has summer during this time. Besides summer and winter, there are two more seasons, that is, spring and autumn. The order of the seasons is spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Space agencies and astronauts. Space agencies like NASA, ISRO, and others work on various space missions. They send astronauts or robotic probes, unmanned spacecraft into space to conduct experiments. Astronauts are people who travel to space to study it. They explore space to learn about its history, develop new technologies, and search for life on other planets. Do you know? National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, is the space agency of United States government. It was started in 1958 after the launch of Sputnik satellite by the Soviet Union in October 1957. Astronauts in space. Yuri Gagarin was the first person in space. He was a Russian cosmonaut who flew on spacecraft Vostok 1 on 12 April 1961. His flight lasted 108 minutes and completed one orbit around the Earth. Valentina Tereshkova was the first woman in space. She flew on spacecraft Vostok 6 on 16 June 1963 and spent more than 70 hours orbiting the Moon. Rakesh Sharma was the first Indian in space. He went on space shuttle Soyuz T-11 with two Russian cosmonauts on 3 April 1984 and spent 7 days, 21 hours and 40 minutes in space. Shubhanshu Shukla became the second Indian to travel to space as he entered the International Space Station ISS on 26 June 2025. Kalpana Chawla was the first woman of Indian origin in space. She flew on Space Shuttle STS-87 on 19 November 1997. Her space shuttle orbited the Earth 252 times in about 2 weeks. Neil Armstrong was the first person to walk on the Moon. He stepped out of spacecraft Apollo 11 in 1969. Space missions of India. India's space missions are managed by the Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO. ISRO was formed on 15 August 1969 to develop India's space technology. Its headquarters is in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Today, ISRO is one of the world's leading space agencies known for completing complex space missions at very low cost. Chandrayaan-1 was India's first mission to the Moon, launched by ISRO in 2008. It orbited the Moon at 100 km above the surface and helped discover water molecules on the Moon. Chandrayaan-2 was India's second Moon mission, launched on 22 July 2019 to explore the south pole of the Moon. The Vikram lander attempted a soft landing but was unsuccessful. Chandrayaan-3 was a follow-up mission of Chandrayaan-2. It successfully landed near the moon's south pole on 23 August 2023. This made India the first country to do so. Apart from the Chandrayaan missions, India also sent Mangalyaan, the Mars orbiter mission, on 5 November 2013 to explore Mars. India launched the Aditya L1 mission on 2 September 2023 to study the Sun. ISRO is planning the Gaganyaan mission, which is expected by 2026 to send Indian astronauts into space. These missions reflect India's significant growth in space science. Keywords: terrestrial planets, the inner planets of the solar system, which are made of rock and metals. Jovian planets, the outer planets of the solar system, which are made of gases. Dwarf planets, a celestial body that orbits the Sun but does not fall into the category of planets. Asteroids, large rocky objects that orbit the Sun and are found in the asteroid belt. Satellite, object that orbit around a planet. Navigation, a process of finding or following a path to reach a specific destination. Earth's axis, imaginary line that passes through the center of the Earth. Equator, an imaginary line around the middle of the Earth that divides it into two equal hemispheres. Astronauts, a person who travels into space. Robotic probes, unmanned spacecraft. Let's recall our universe, solar system, the Earth, space agencies and astronauts, Sun, planets, dwarf planets, satellites, stars and constellations, asteroids, meteors and comets. Rotation, formation of day and night. Revolution, formation of seasons. Astronauts in space, space missions of India.